Welcome back to This is VANCOLOUR. Any friendship would be tested, and many would break, under the pressure of traveling 19,000 kilometers and competing in grueling physical and mental challenges, all while trying not to embarrass yourself on national television. But our guest tonight not only survived, they thrived. They walked away with a $250,000 cash prize, a pair of brand new electric SUVs, a trip around the world, and of course, the title of champions. The winners of the Amazing Race Canada, Vancouver's own Jesse Harink and Jonathon Braun.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So nice to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And we also embarrassed ourselves and won. You can actually do both.
Yeah, I was going to say, only correction from that introduction is we had no qualms about embarrassing ourselves.
Right, yeah.
Yes,
So dream big.
yes.
You can have it all.
You can have that, yeah.
I got to ask, you traveled across the country and now you have a free trip around the world. Will you be traveling together?
Yes, I think we still have a few more trips left in it together. I think maybe excited for one trip separately, but we'll definitely find a few moments there together.
Yeah. Now, I love intense travel where you're packing in a lot in your days to see as much as you can. And I know, having traveled with friends, sometimes it can, add a little pressure to that friendship. What was the secret for both of you to actually turn your friendship into a strength? Because we see on the show a lot of relationships and friendships, start to falter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of went in, we obviously knew this was going to be a stressful situation and we knew it was going to put pressure on our friendship. And I think we talked through all that stuff before the show started about how we were going to approach the challenges, how we we're going to approach the stress. There was a kind of a mantra that the winners of last season used that was about, all your frustrations. It's not with each other, it's with the challenge. And so if you're getting upset, focus that frustration with the challenge, not with the person that's beside you. And so we kind of implemented that, and clearly it's a good strategy to have because 2 teams in a row have used that strategy that won. So see, that was a big part of it, of just communicating through what we knew might happen. And then just as obviously you can't predict everything, you can't predict much that's going to happen on the race. And so we just kept communicating and, getting back to our rooms at the end of a day and just kind of talking through what happened, talking through how we can be there for each other, be there better for each other. And it worked out.
Yeah.
Also, we laughed a lot.
Yeah.
We just we found fun in anything we could. That was kind of our mantra, have fun and the wins will come.
Right.
We were laughing every single day and found moments to be joyful. And that just helps lower any stress when you can be happy and joyful.
Totally. Now, I've traveled with my best friend, Warren. We've known each other since we were 5. I was his best man. We've traveled the world together, at least a few different spots. But we've had the odd blowout while we were traveling. Did you experience that as well? And what was how were you able to quickly reset?
I think John is incredible at so many things. He's also incredible at being a backseat driver. And it can maybe become a little bit clear. And I remember one moment where I was driving and John was giving very clear instructions of there's a stop sign, there's a stoplight, very alive. And I just remember that the intention of why he was doing it was good. We were there to be there to be trying to help each other to get further in the race. And so I feel most of our blowouts didn't get that bad because we just knew the intention was good what the other person was doing.
Right.
See that?
Yeah, we got lucky because I don't fault teams that do have blowouts with each other on the race. It's an incredibly it's very normal. Yeah. It's an incredibly stressful situation. I'm sure with other people doing the race, I would have looked like a very angry person. But just doing it with Jesse was just so much fun. I think the focus on the laughter, the focus on the fun, it just allowed us to avoid that type of those versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like you guys had a target on your back for most of that season. Did that actually help in your friendship? Was there some trauma bonding there where you knew that other teams were coming after you?
We talked a lot about how oh gosh, we feel so alone on this race. But thank goodness we have each other.
Yeah.
And thank goodness we have our friends back home. We kept thinking about our communities back home and in Vancouver. That we knew would be cheering us on. So yeah, when we felt very alone, especially after some of the teams that we did bond with got eliminated and we really felt like we were in it by ourselves, we knew we had each other to rely on.
And also a great reason to have a target on our back. We were just we were winning and making money. We were we were not angry, and we totally understood when people were targeting us.
Yeah.
We knew the votes were coming, and so that's okay.
And it made us want to win more. Yeah. So
let's say for the people at home who may not be competing in the Amazing Race, or maybe they will be, but they are going on some sort of travel adventure with a friend that they've never traveled with before. What should they do? You kind of had some inklings of prep there in terms of what you guys planned, but would you have any tips?
I think
Start a spreadsheet. Yeah. Be clear on what you're committing to together and where the free time is. That's where my type A brain goes.
Spreadsheet.
Yeah, I think it's just like, if you're traveling with someone, I did this for my friend's 30th when we went to Chicago, but like start a spreadsheet, be clear in the times where you're doing something as a group, and be clear when you don't have to. And that allows people to like organize their lives accordingly instead of trying to make it like, oh, we'll like go with the vibes. Jonathon is more, I think, go with the vibes.
I'm a very go with the vibes person, but I'm also like, I think it's important, I think kind of on the same vibe of like, make it clear what you really want to do. Like, what are your must-haves so that you're not resenting your friends who maybe don't realize that this is really important to you and are like, well, let's do this instead. And then you feel like you're not being listened to. So like, yeah, I think maybe not form a spreadsheet for me, but be clear about what you really want to do. Be clear about maybe what you're more chill about. I know I've gone traveling with one of my friends from law school a lot. And she's also always really good about being like, hey guys, I need to go have an afternoon by myself. And she just goes and has an afternoon by herself. Yeah. And then she comes back and she's ready to be with us again. And it just makes the experience so much better because she's getting what she wants. She's not hating us. She just wants some time by herself. And that's really lovely. And if she just kind of stuck around with us when she doesn't want to, then that's not good for anybody.
Yeah, I'm with you on the spreadsheet, but let's close it off with something less technical or nerdy.
Okay.
What is the secret to a good, productive friendship?
Wow, what a loaded question. I think the secret to a good friendship is it's never guaranteed, and it's something that you have to invest in constantly and day to day and with that person. You can be friends with someone for 10 years, and that doesn't mean you're going to be friends with them tomorrow automatically. So you always need to go to a friendship with some curiosity about how you can deepen that friendship further and continue investing in it.
Exactly. And a spreadsheet never hurts.
Yeah, get a spreadsheet. Make a spreadsheet.
Yeah. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time tonight. I appreciate it. And again, congratulations on your big win.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Folks, that's our show. Thank you so much to Linda Steele, JJ McCullough, and the Amazing Race Canada champions, Jonathon Braun and Jesse Harink. Now, I love hearing from you, so shoot me an email, mo@thisisvancolour.com. Tell me about your travel nightmares, perhaps traveling with a friend. Even Paul Haysom is in my DMs, so you should be too, @VanColour. Next week, we'll talk about food and being rude. Until then, stay colorful, friends. Peace.